Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Law of One Spiritual Advice Podcast. My name is Elle, and I come to you to read some Law of One quotes and share my reflections with you. So, first of all, you can visit my website, theoneinfinitecreator.com, and I have links to all this information and where you can download it for free. Today's topics are going to be, I suppose, how would I say it? It's the difference between infinite seeking and finite seeking. And we will get into that and what that means. So today's quote is from Ra, and it is from session 84.7. I would read the whole thing, but really just the answer is more what I want to focus on, and a specific part of the answer. So specifically, they say, "We may confirm the good intention of the source of this entity's puzzles and suggest that it is a grand choice that each may make to, by desire, collect the details of the day, or by desire to seek the keys to the unknowing." Ra, the Law of One. And I'll just put it with a little bit of context. I know this maybe sounds stupid, but to read the question now to you so you can kind of get it within the full context. So the questioner actually says, "Thank you. I'm sure that we are getting into an area of problem with the first distortion here, and also with a difficulty in a bit of transient material here. But I have two questions from people that I'll ask, although I consider especially the first one to be of no lasting value. Andrea Purich, sorry, I forget how to say his name, asks about coming physical changes, specifically this summer. Is there anything that we could do to relay to him about that?" So this is me speaking again. Basically, this guy's asking about the coming physical changes. I would just sort of intuit that they were thinking of some sort of catastrophe or end of the world, earthquakes, whatever. There's always tons of end of world prophecies out there, right? So I would assume that is what is being asked of Ra. And Ra, just to reiterate, says, "We may confirm the good intention of the source of this entity's puzzles and suggest that it is a grand choice that each may make to, by desire, collect the details of the day, or, by desire, to seek the keys to unknowing." End of quote. So what is transience? Let's start with that. He asks about we might be getting into some transient material, and I think Ra would probably agree with that because they bring up transience in other parts of the material. So transient, at least on dictionary.com or whatever on Google, says transient is lasting only for a short time, impermanent. So this is how I'm sort of linking in infinite seeking versus finite seeking. Are you seeking things that are transient, of short, not very long-lasting value or long-lasting, just an impermanent, short period of time? Or are you seeking things that are infinite, things that are timeless, things that you will remember forever instead of just for today or for the moment or for the week or for the month, something that you will remember at the end of your lifetime or when your lifetime is over and you go through review, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That is how I would like to look at things. And it's also how I use it as a sort of compass or an indicator to me as to what kind of information that I'm dealing with. So often, I guess the idea is it leaving you with an impression of feeling informed and unified and one with everything, this information that you might be receiving, or is it making you feel separated from everyone? Sort of too detailed, getting you lost in the details so that you are, instead of stepping back to see the wider perception that we are all one, you've gotten too close to the pages, too close to the book, staring at the individual words and letters, thinking that these are individuals, when really you got to back up and see the entire book for what it is. This is, in my opinion, sort of the difference between finite and infinite seeking. And Ra will reiterate this a lot when they're in the whole material. The whole book is essentially just question, answer. And so Ra, wanting to respect free will do their best to answer every single question, but you'll find that when they go to answer a question which may be transient, which may be of low value, of low seeking value, of finite seeking, they'll say, this kind of pales in insignificance to the fact that we're all one. However, you've asked the question, so we'll go ahead and answer it for you. And even then, Ra will answer their questions a lot, where they will reiterate the oneness, or they'll use words which make you remember that we're all one, so that even upon answering a question that is very detailed, that you'll see that they'll use words which are always keeping the front and center the ultimate truth, which is that you are one with everyone, everything, and the Creator. So whenever they're asked about specifics, they'll say, we'll tell you about this, but we just want to kind of give you a hint that this isn't really important. And they will straight up say that we find this information is not important, however. And I would sort of back that up with another quote from Ra, which I have read on here before, but it goes specifically like this. They say, "We suggest the nature of all manifestation to be illusory and functional only insofar as the entity turns from shape and shadow to the one." End of quote. You may see how what is shape and shadow might be what is those finite details, that finite seeking. Whenever you are looking at the shape and the shadow, and you're not seeing the Creator behind the shape and the shadow, you are seeing, not with pure eyes. You are seeing the illusion. You are being tricked. That's okay. That's what we're here for, is to experience that exactly. However, that is the point, is you need to look past the shape and shadow. You're always going to have shapes and shadows coming at you, and it's sort of your job to find the Creator, find the love, find the infinite part that exists within that moment. So I'd like to make a distinction also when it comes to being informed and conspiracies and all of that, since that I myself have been on the path of seeking for a while, so I can tell you maybe certain mistakes that I have made and certain just imperfections, but they weren't even imperfections as much as I needed to go through them in order to learn. So what am I talking about? I guess I'm talking about conspiracies and, future Earth catastrophes and how people are foreseeing the future. As much as it is good to be informed with the state of the world and the infinite possibilities of the craziness that is possible, it is still important to keep that center truth front and center, which is that given all this crap that we're within, it's still lessons of love. It's still the Creator. It's still about oneness. And I find that it's really easy when you get caught up in the conspiracies to get so far into the details that you are missing the point. You're missing the love. You're missing the love in the moment. Even if it within the conspiracy is true, you might be spending so much time upon it and researching it and looking into it that you're missing the love in your life that you could manifest with others just by being around them and being kind to them, things of this nature. So don't get me wrong, I am actually quite a conspiracy type-minded person, and if you read the Law of One from front to end, I would imagine you are somewhat as well. If you they talk about UFOs and the government's owning them, et cetera, et cetera. So, but even when Ra talks about all that information, they say, yeah, sure, we'll tell you about it, but this isn't really what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about unity. We're here to talk about infinity. We are here to talk about the Creator. We are here to talk about oneness. All of these other things are just details of the day. They are the illusion, the play that is on the stage. The curtains open, and it's the play that you're seeing, and it's the dance, and the dance is beautiful. However, it is still a dance, and it is just Creator dancing with Creator. So try to step away from shape and shadow, or not step away from it, but see through it. See through the shape and shadow to the light in the center, which is the Creator, which is the infinity within every person, within every moment. And I would like to also add on to that, because it's pretty much the exact same thing when when I'm talking about conspiracies. The same sort of scenario will happen with you in terms of synchronicities, I find. Me being somewhat of a logical person, I like to search for patterns. If I'm searching out the synchronicities, it's like I'm searching out the details of the day. I'm searching out this I'm looking with a magnifying glass instead of backing up. It's better to let the synchronicity happen to you. Let that synchronicity pick you up. Let it make your heart grow. Make it, that moment when you have that perfect synchronicity and you go, wow, this is like, I wasn't even looking for it. And here it is. And I feel it rushing through my body and I can feel the power of this moment. But what I used to do was when I got into synchronicities and seeking in a certain way is I would look for them everywhere. And as I go out looking for them, they basically become meaningless. I mean, what is a synchronicity if you see it 30 times a day? Like, great, I saw 11, 12 times today, or 11 times today. Who cares? It doesn't matter unless it helped me be a better person. It helped me learn a lesson. It helped me come into the moment more. It taught me, if it opened my senses up to infinity, up to the infinite possibilities of the moment, great, that's what it's for. But anything more than that, I would suggest, is the same sort of thing. It's transient seeking, it's finite seeking, it's a trap. It's you watch out for it, because I've fallen for that trap a lot in synchronicities. I've fallen for that trap in conspiracies. I've fallen that trap every day when it comes to just interacting with people. You can get caught up in the fine details of who's right and who's wrong and blah, 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 blah. But isn't it make more sense just to come to either a mutual understanding or even a mutual, agree to disagree, right? Doesn't that mean more in the end than who is right and who is wrong, the details of it? It's more about the love in the moment. Are you able to connect with somebody? Are you able to communicate love back and forth? And that's, very much what communication is respect and love, and a moment for you to decide whether you are going to exemplify your essence. And is your essence one that is focused on finite seeking, or one that is focused on seeking the infinite? Or, as Ra might say at the end here, it is a grand choice that each may make by desire to collect the details of the day, or by desire to by desire to seek the keys to the unknowing. So I would, as hard as it is, and it's really easy to get caught up in the illusion and get all caught back up in the details of it. Get out there, do your best to see beyond the shape and shadow, seek the keys to the unknowing. The ultimate end of this whole experience is the creator. And what is the creator? Well, the creator is intelligent infinity, or Ra, as they might say, is also, they say the creator is mystery. Infinite and infinity would definitely equal some kind of mystery. So as you seek the keys of unknowing, you seek the keys of mystery, you seek the keys of the creator, you seek the keys to yourself, to your heart, to who you are, to who your true essence is. Thanks guys. I don't want to go into too many details as I will take away from the energy of the message, or the point of the message, which is that we are one, and that I take this moment to acknowledge that, and that I love you guys. So if this material made sense to you, you like it, please give us a like, share, subscribe. You can find the information for free, theoneinfinitecreator.com. I have the links to the downloads for the PDFs, or just where you can read it on the internet, as you will. And thank you guys for listening. I will be back on Wednesday, and then again on Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as much as I can at the moment. I'm feeling 3 podcasts is a little hard, and just as I go to tell you guys, hey, I'm just going to do 2 a week, I somehow squeeze it in and make it work. So I guess it's still 3 at the moment. I appreciate your guys' comments, and let me know what you guys think about these podcasts. If you have any specific questions or topics that you maybe want to go over, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will definitely see them and read them, and I will try to work in, some kind of quote if it comes to my mind. So thanks everybody. Have a great day. Have a good week.